5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome to 3rd and 21, where we talk about college football and try to have a little fun. Today I'm with Jeremy Gibson, the pragmatic Jeremy Gibson. This is his office where oftentimes Jeremy's working and I come in and we talk about college football. So one reason I say the pragmatic Jeremy Gibson, we work with some Alabama fans, and Alabama fans, it's an insult. But we talked about the arrogance that sometimes we have to deal with, and Jeremy said, you know what? I'd hate to think what I'd be like if my team was that good. That's when I was like, man, you know, this guy's all right. So this is the South Carolina edition. And Jeremy, I'm gonna ask you, when did you fall in love with South Carolina football?
I guess I first fell in love with South Carolina football as a small child. I moved around a lot. I lived in construction my whole life, but something about it stuck. I was there for maybe some transitional years between the ages of 7 and 10, and from then on it stuck. I was a Gamecock fan from then on.
Even when you moved around to different places?
Yeah, I went to different places. They all had better, more winning football teams, and I did not care. I stuck to my team regardless if we didn't win a game. They were still my team.
And let me tell you, South Carolina fans are like that. I mean, you guys have gone through a ton of 6 and 5 seasons, and the stadium's always full.
We're like Cubs fans. We're always going to show up.
Nice, nice. So let me ask you this, a couple things. Do you know, if you were going to guess, South Carolina's all-time passing leader?
I was going to guess in yards or wins, losses.
Excellent question, because wins, losses are more important.
If we're going wins, losses,
yeah,
then I'm going to go Connor Shaw.
I would think that would be, and I would say the best quarterback you guys had.
Most likely.
But I guess it went yards, and it was Todd Ellis. But you know what? Your question's better. You answered better. I like yours better.
Okay.
Second, yards rushing.
Yards rushing ever by
In the South Carolina uniform.
Oh, God.
Now remember, this goes back to, you know, the 1918, whenever you guys started.
I don't know. I'd have to say our Heisman Trophy winner in the 80s.
You would be correct. Easily correct.
Okay.
Favorite player?
My favorite player to ever wear a Gamecock uniform would be Jasper Brinkley. Middle linebacker.
Jasper Brinkley. When was, when was he?
Late 90s.
Late 90s.
Yeah. Before Jadeveon Clowney took the field, right before that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What about him? Was he just a tackling machine?
He was a run stop.
4-year starter.
4-year starter, leader of the defense, run stopper, 260-pound middle linebacker.
Nice. All right, we're going to take our first break, and when we come back, we're going to break down the South Carolina Gamecocks and the schedule. All right, we got 15. This segment here is sponsored by Caracas Carrot Nectar.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so when you drink it, you act like it is the best stuff you've ever drank.
What are they giving you?
You don't really need to be worried
Okay,
about
I don't
that
need to be
stuff.
in on that.
But
I don't have the schedule. Do you have it?
yeah, yes I do. And it is a tough ass schedule, so can you pull it up real quick? All right, we're back in 10, so hurry. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to 3rd and 21. This segment is brought to us by Caracas Carrot Nectar. So good you can drink it morning, noon, or night. Here's to South Carolina.
To our future.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, man. That really is. It's probably good for you, too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's break down 2017 as a South Carolina fan.
Mm-hmm.
Overview of 2017.
Like my goal for the season, or how I think it's going to go, or in terms
You
of...
can answer the question pretty much any way you want to.
I'm looking for some recruiting to start turning around.
Mm.
After Spurrier's departure, I'm looking for building. We're a very, very young football team.
Yeah, yes.
Very young football team. We've lost barely any players last year, so I'm just looking for us to be fighters and to get better.
I guarantee you'll be fighters. Guarantee that. But very young. So give me a number. What would you, as a fan, what would you expect? and what would you be just thrilled with?
I am not in no way dreaming of a 2-loss season. I would say
Yeah, no, I don't see that.
2 or 3 games over 500. Probably 3 games over 500.
8-5?
Yeah, I'd say 8-5, and we're going to
Let me
spoil
tell
some
you.
people. We're going to get
Yeah,
somebody.
8-5 would be, especially when we break the schedule down.
Mm-hmm.
8-5 would be outstanding, I think, because it is. Phil Still told me it is the 4th most difficult schedule out there. Okay, let's start with offense. Got to be excited about your quarterback.
That's what we're all excited about. Jake Bentley's coming into his 2nd year. Hopefully getting a little bit of arm strength up underneath him. That's where all our hopes lie.
He's young, you know. He was supposed to be a senior in high school last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's like physically, he's young.
Yeah, that's exactly. That was the main point I wanted to go with. He was making the right decisions. He seemed to have a great head on his shoulders, which is surprising for a South Carolina quarterback. But arm strength. He needs to get bigger. He needs to get stronger.
Yeah. Well, listen, a year in the weight room and a year of nutrition will do that. Running backs, I don't think you're gonna have any problems with running backs.
No, we're decent. We're not Georgia Bulldogs over here, but we've got a decent running back. Our offense, I think, is going to surprise some people this year. I think
Your
we'll put
line
points up
has
places.
some major questions with the offensive line, and that's an area where I don't like question marks.
Yeah.
So, you know, a good offensive line can make an average running back really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. We'll see. What about defense? One thing that jumped out at the page at me. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, we lost our star in spring training, and that was really everything. He was going to be our 5th-year starter, leader of the defense. Hurting out. So that's crushing. And really, with the defensive-minded coach, that's really what I was looking for, is for us to grow on defense more than anything.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a huge loss. So I'm just hoping
you're going to have to score points.
Yeah.
And with the offensive line, that's, you know, they can come together. But I did hear that South Carolina has 3 scholarship linebackers.
Really?
Yeah, which, you know, football's rough. And, you know, you could be playing linebackers that are not on scholarship, and that's never good. But we'll see. Let's break down the schedule real quick, because I think this is pretty darn cool. You start off September 2nd, NC State at Charlotte.
It's always a tough game.
And let me tell you, NC State's good.
They always put up a fight whether they're good or not when we play that game, because we're always so incredibly rough that first game. It's actually on a Saturday. It's usually on a Thursday, our first game. But
Yeah.
we switched it up. We're going Saturday.
I believe it's a 3 or 3:30 kick, too.
Uh-oh.
I did our crack research staff did a little research, and I didn't know this. South Carolina and North Carolina State have played 58 times.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as a fan, you got...
I guess you could call it a rivalry, but it's the battle of the
58
Carolinas.
times, that's
Both the
a
state
lot.
teams, basically.
Guess what the record is?
No, I don't know.
What would you guess? 58 times.
58 times. I would say we got them beat by 8 of them. 8 to 10.
South Carolina's won 27. NC State has won 26.
Ooh.
And there's 4 ties.
Oh,
So,
God.
yeah,
That's a lot closer. That's a lot better than a rivalry I thought.
I was. That's as close as it gets, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And with a lot of games played. I look at this when I break a team down: coaching, quarterback, experience. What do you think of your coach? And even more interesting, when they were hiring him, were you like, yes, this is the guy I want? Or where were you at when they were in the search for a coach?
I mean, I'm sure every South Carolina fan was certainly at least partially afraid of they'd be lying because of his tirades on the sideline the previous years. Everybody thought he was a lunatic. But really, I was optimistic because I'm a defensive-minded guy. I like old school football. I like it like that. So a good defensive-minded coach teaching them how to friggin' tackle is where I want to be. So I was excited more than anything overall, just excited for the future of our team.
Nice. What about, and we are looking forward, but what about looking back? What, as a South Carolina fan, did you think when Spurrier just was like, you know what, I'm done? That was you don't see that every day.
No, I was completely, before that, he was...
Not good, though. It was...
That was horrible. He left us with no recruiting, just slid out the back door, and put a Florida hat back on. So no, I wasn't exactly excited about that. But every day before then, I would have fought to the death for Steve Spurrier because he put us on the map. So there's always that. There's a plus minus.
I like it. What about Lou Holtz? What were you thinking of as Lou Holtz? Because he, would.
Everybody hates on Lou Holtz. I love his halftime speeches. I understand what he's saying and am motivated by it. So I love Lou Holtz to death.
Nice. It's funny that you guys have two coaches that kind of went back to, like, Lou Holtz, as you say, went back and put the Notre Dame hat on.
Yeah.
Spurrier goes back and puts the Florida hat on.
Mm-hmm. It's like a kid from some small rural town in Georgia or something. They want to say they're from Atlanta. They just don't want to admit where they're from. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're trying to shed us like that. I see how it is.
Well, listen, you guys need to be proud of what you got. Okay, so the schedule. Listen to this. We'll break it down this way. And tell me how you think you guys can come out of here. NC State, then at Missouri, which Missouri's I'm picking pretty low, but still at Missouri. And then Kentucky at home. It's going to be a night game at home.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first section. Then you got, let me tell you, this the Louisiana Tech, who, listen, at Texas A&M, Arkansas at home, at Tennessee, a week off, Vanderbilt at home for your homecoming. Let's just break it down to those two sections right there. NC State, Missouri, Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
How do you come out of there?
At least 2 wins.
At least 2 wins.
At least 2 wins. We always, Missouri, everybody discounts them. But for some reason they finish pretty high in the SEC every year and no one's looking, what I mean? So I don't.
Their defense is not good, so they're gonna have to have to score a lot of points. So
I think we come out of that pretty strong.
Kentucky's getting a lot better, but it's going to be at home at night. It's going to be
so I like our chances. I'd say that next stint, that trip of Texas A&M, Arkansas, Tennessee is murder.
Yeah,
is a murder.
That's a tough deal right there.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get a week off in Vanderbilt, which again,
that's not so
last
easy
year.
anymore.
You remember last year's game?
Of course I remember last year's game.
Hey, they beat Georgia. They beat Tennessee.
I know.
They didn't beat South Carolina.
It's not a week off anymore. It's not a week off anymore.
Then you finish up this way: at Georgia, Florida at home, Wofford, and Clemson at home. Find 8 wins in there for me, Jeremy.
Find 8 wins. Let's see: NC State, Kentucky, LA Tech. I think we get Tennessee. I think we get Vanderbilt. And
you better run the table with Georgia, Florida, and Clemson.
Run the table. I'm getting Wofford. Be damned if I would die to get Clemson, but I think we might get Florida in our house.
That's 7. And then that's 7, and then you pick off Georgia, you pick off
Georgia. I would love it. Play them close.
Yeah.
Really,
Clemson. Are you just totally?
Let's get within 100 points of Clemson. That'd be real nice. You know what I mean? Now that they don't have Deshaun Watson, let's try to get within 100 points.
Clemson is. I'm not picking them to win the ACC, but they are an excellent team.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent team.
Mm-hmm. And by the end of the season, they will have gelled with whatever they've got.
Excellent team. All righty. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to take our second break, and we'll be right back. Good.
What are we finishing
with? I know. We're finishing with the 5 things. So you don't have to be quick. Just
what top of my brain kind of thing.
Yeah, top of your brain. Don't have to be quick. Don't have to be quick answers. Answer them the way you want to answer them.
Okay.
Okay.
It's better if I didn't know.
Yeah.
What's this product?
Roddenberry. Cane patch syrup. Cane patch syrup.
Okay. What do you do with that?
What do you usually do with syrup?
Pancakes? It's like maple syrup?
Cane patch. All right. Get ready. Welcome back to 3rd and 21, the show where we talk about college football and try to have some fun. This segment is brought to you by Roddenberry's Cane Patch Syrup. You're going to be making some pancakes this fall, so put the best on them. Syrup makes the pancakes. Go with the best, Roddenberry's. Hey, in this section, we like to, we do a thing called 5 Things, where I just ask 5 random questions and you answer them.
I'm ready.
Okay, 5 things. If I were to give you tickets, airfare, ground transportation, hotel, and tickets to any game, anywhere, Where would it be and who would be playing?
Any game,
Anywhere.
anywhere. Oh,
It's a tough question,
it is.
but part of this is kind of moving things along. So,
Oh yeah, my fault. Let's see. I would probably of my games or any game.
and
Any game.
the question was, you could get tickets
Well,
anywhere.
Send me the national title game on a 50-yard line.
No, that's not the question.
Oh,
Where is it and who's playing?
where is it and who's playing?
For example, you
If
could
I
say,
could
man,
choose-
I would go to the Apple Cup where Washington State would playing at Seattle or what,
Yeah. I guess one of the better bowls, one of the Capital One Bowl, something
You
like
can't
that.
say
play.
who's, okay, we got to edit part of this out. But
Okay.
no, it's not a bowl because you got to have who's playing the game.
And just
Regular
if
season
any
game.
teams could play each other,
Right.
what game would it, even if they don't actually usually?
No.
You
Like
said any.
USC versus UCLA.
Okay.
That is a game you can book a flight for and get to. You have tickets on the 2017 schedule.
I would say
Okay,
Alabama.
hold on,
Arkansas.
we got it. All that's edited out. so.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
5 things where we talk about 5 things. And Jeremy, if I could give you tickets, hotel, airfare, ground transportation to any game in 2017, where would you go?
It would be an SEC West game. I'd go see Alabama and Arkansas play. I think.
Alabama and at Arkansas or at Alabama?
I would rather go at Arkansas, to be honest with you, if I could choose,
Really?
because they got a better shot. Be a better game.
You know what's cool with the Arkansas is that big old hog on the field.
Yeah.
They got a cool logo.
Yeah, I get to see 1,000 people squeal like pigs voluntarily.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, second thing. Tell us who your main rival is and describe them in 1 or 2 sentences. I assume it's Clemson, but I don't want to speak for you.
Clemson,
I'm asking
2
you.
sentences.
2 sentences, 1 or 1 word, or
Champions. There's Clemson. Champions.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, listen. Don't put too much. Don't put too much thought into this one because a lot of my favorite, or this is just memorable time, memorable win for South Carolina. Just a memory where you were like right on.
Don't remember the year, but the year that we had Steven Garcia and we beat Alabama.
I remember
It was
that.
the year we had
Yeah,
Marcus Lattimore for
yeah,
about
yeah,
a
yeah.
hair's breadth. I thought, holy shit, we might win it all.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
For 5 seconds, all the beaters in, I thought we could do it.
Man,
We played like that.
nice.
Yes.
Like it. Okay, same thing, except the other side. Memorable loss where you're just.
The Citadel.
Ooh. Wow, yeah. A good friend, Barry Whalen, was at that game. We were texting back and forth. I was like, I cannot believe.
Yeah, I was getting my car worked on, and the chances are ridiculous, but the man taking me from the shop back to my car or back to work, alumni of the Citadel.
Ooh.
Got to tell me about it in the car ride.
Wow, what are the chances of
I don't
that?
know, something not working out for me. I don't know, I did something wrong right there.
Man. Cool. All right, so Dream Saturday for Jeremy Gibson, built around a South Carolina game. What is your start time?
What is my start time? I would say I'm a night game guy.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm a night game
South,
guy.
listen,
Get a
South
7
Carolina
o'clock
at
in
night
Carolina,
is a little,
Get it rocking.
yeah. South Carolina is definitely,
We
sometimes
have a
there's some
decent
night
home
magic.
field, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's see. Okay, last thing. Favorite bowl?
My favorite bowl. I guess the Rose Bowl, just because of the heritage behind it.
You know
what
what?
I
I
mean?
love the Rose Bowl. You're sitting there. It's in California. It's sunshiny.
Mhm.
The mountains are in the back. You've been
Always.
eating dang collard greens all day long. You feel laying on the couch.
Mhm.
It's a good thing.
His family's good.
Well, there you have it. The South Carolina Gamecock edition. Oh, last question. Sorry, last question. Would you sign a deal right now for the Independence Bowl? Say, look, we will sign a deal with the Independence Bowl.
Or
Or whatever happens in the season.
whatever happens. To hell with the Independence.
All right, good job.